Hello and welcome to World in 5. Zimbabwe's 8.1% hectarage increase for staple cereals and traditional grains this summer cropping season could significantly boost the sector for food self-sufficiency. Information Minister Jenfen Musere revealed at a cabinet briefing that the area under the said crops is 2,540,385 hectares from the targeted 2,520,000 hectares. The government is also strengthening its systems to ensure climate proofing, better planning and coordination, and strengthening local production of key inputs such as fertilizers.
It also endorsed the following: the SADC TB strategic plan, the expansion of the E8 malaria elimination initiative to all 16 SADC member states under the auspices of SADC, a project to accelerate the implementation and investment into the SADC sexual and reproductive health and rights strategy, the feasibility study on the establishment of a Southern Africa Health Organization, and the establishment of the SADC Pooled Procurement Services as an autonomous special purpose vehicle under the principle of subsidiary. In addition, member states were urged to mobilize alternative funding through PPPs and domestic resource mobilization for critical health programs, including HIV, TB, and malaria prevention, treatment, and control.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police has once again pounced on another illegal brewer accused of producing alcoholic products without licensing. The raid happened at a beverage company operating as Mauya Ginger Drink in Waterfalls on Tuesday. Speaking to our correspondent, Aaron Nyamayaro, National spokesperson Commissioner Ponyati said they are concerned by such operations which risk the health and safety of the public.
In the process, they are manufacturing, whether it's a beverage, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, but the contents are not clear. And above all, they have no license to be producing this product. And also, this product has not been certified fit for sale or for supply to the public by the Medicines Control Authority of Zimbabwe, especially some of the medicinal qualities which they are indicating on the labels. They have not been clarified. They have not been examined by medical experts, which is something of a concern to the police in terms of the country's laws.
Zimbabwe has paid heed to a resolution from SADC which encourages member states to mobilize resources through public-private partnerships for critical health programs. Information Minister Jenfen Musere speaks.
The meeting also endorsed the following: the SADC TB strategic plan, the expansion of the E8 malaria elimination initiative to all 16 SADC member states under the auspices of SADC, a project to accelerate the implementation and investment into the SADC sexual and reproductive health and rights strategy, the feasibility study on the establishment of a Southern Africa Health Organization, and the establishment of the SADC Pooled Procurement Services as an autonomous special purpose vehicle under the principle of subsidiary. In addition, member states were urged to mobilize alternative funding through PPPs and domestic resource mobilization for critical health programs, including HIV, TB, and malaria prevention, treatment, and control.
In a tragic incident, a 44-year-old man, Munashe Muzinda from Churumanzi, drowned while attempting to cross the flooded Nyagari River with his ox-drawn cart. His body was discovered 2 kilometers downstream, while his oxen and cart were found 10 kilometers away 6 days later. Midlands Provincial Police spokesperson, Inspector Emmanuel Mahoko, speaks.
The now deceased Munashe Muzinda, aged 44, of village 66, Nyagari area in Mvuma, approached the crossing point of the river and attempted to cross. He was aboard the cart which was being drawn by 2 cattle beasts and everything was swept away. The matter came to light when the now deceased's cousin brother tried to communicate with him through his cell phone and discovered that he was no longer reachable. They had been communicating on the WhatsApp platform prior to the incident. After becoming suspicious, Madzivanyika alerted other villagers who embarked on a search, resulting in Mzinda's body being found dead 2 kilometers from the crossing place. The oxen and the cart were nowhere to be found. Police attended the scene and the dead body was taken to Mvuma Hospital mortuary for a post-mortem. Searches for the oxen and the cart continued and were later located on 23 February 2025, which is 6 days later, about 10 kilometers from the crossing point. The oxen were already dead.
Heavy rains in Botswana's capital city, Gaborone, have resulted in widespread and devastating floods in recent days, with roads submerged and residential neighborhoods flooded.
Where we are currently is we have a national emergency. We have not yet reached national disaster. I think that is the upside of currently all hands are on deck, and this can only help us come out bigger, better and stronger as a nation, and obviously more prepared.
There was water all over, be it the garage, the lounge, the dining room, all over, up to my bedroom. We couldn't do much, but just watch and wait for the water to go away. The water issue, the problem with my yard is that it seems to be at the lower side, such that the water that comes from up the street goes into my yard.
And that's all we had for you on World in 5. Good afternoon.